Hey folks, here we are, another day, junk removal. We got 5 storage units we're cleaning out today. Pretty straightforward. Not all of them are filled up to the brim, but we're gonna get them all taken care of. Right now you can see we're empty. Here's basically kind of what we're looking at right now. That's just one unit there. It's not completely filled to the brim, and some of these are not filled up all the way. But we're gonna get this knocked out. We're gonna get started working on it, and we'll put you on time lapse. Sorry about the dog barking in the back. We're just gonna have that. It is what it is. All right, so I backed this thing into the storage unit. Okay, this is the last one. They asked me to do one extra one. That's no problem. We're on our last one, and I'm gonna show you this little hairpin turn. You know, you guys have done these storage units. You know what I'm talking about when you're driving your trailer in here. So this is the last bit of it. I wanted to back up right to it. So I didn't have to carry it all the way down this long little driveway, but I want to show this to you. Don't ask me how I did it, but I managed to pull in frontward, clean out these 2 units over here with that trash over there, and then back out, minding this telephone pole right here. You can kind of see my tire marks here, and get it just right to where I could just back up into there. And with it, I mean, some of you guys have been riding goosenecks and stuff like that, say, oh, that's easy, but you know, you got to be careful, man, because when you're doing these jobs, you don't want to rip their gutters off, or you know, siding and stuff like that. I didn't touch anything, but I was really paying attention. I wanted to pay attention to this pole right here. I didn't want to take that one down, but I was able to back out into this area so that I could pull forward over there and then back in there. Some of y'all might not think that's such a big thing, you know, but I'll say that was probably my tightest one backing in. I mean, I pulled into storage lots, but I try to always go in nose in and not get into one of these little corridors where, you know, you kind of get stuck in there. But there's not much traffic in this storage unit. The owners are really cool. They're fixing it up. That's why they call me out here. But here we are, and then we can just drive straight out to there's one on the other side of this building where I got to do the extra one, but it's just a little bit of stuff. So we'll get to this one, we'll put you on time lapse, and we'll get to it. All right, folks, so here we are, getting this last unit done. This one was kind of an extra one they added on. Let me get this up, open it real quick. So far we filled up this much here, minus that wheelbarrow, of course. And we're at unit 21, which is our last one we're gonna be doing. We'll see what the end result was, and we'll break down like kind of what we charged. All right, folks, so you saw that last one where we did that last unit 21, showed you before and after shot. It wasn't very much stuff. You see a little stuff scattered on the floor, no big deal. We got that knocked out in like not even 5-10 minutes. We ended up quoting initially $481 after tax, because we looked at it like 3/4 of a load of the load in this dumpster right here. 20 cubic yards is what it holds. So we figured it was going to be 15 cubic yards or 3/4 load, which is $445 plus tax. That ends up being about $482 after tax. It turned out it was only about 5/8 load. The owner was okay with paying $481, but I'm not going to overcharge because they said they're okay with it. I ended up texting her. She wasn't even there, but I sent her the picture and I said, actually, it turned out to be 5/8 load. So much to their delight, it was a little bit less than what they thought it was going to be to get 6 units cleaned out. So they were able to get 6 units cleaned out, ready to rent, and didn't have to even be there. I got it all taken out, and they actually had people coming in there trying to rent units as I was finishing cleaning them up. So you know, the junk removal ends up paying for itself for a storage unit for sure. And they got all that done for less than $500. It was barely over $400. It ended up being $427 after tax because it was a 5/8 load. Most of my costs, the way that I look at it, some people may not understand because they, you know, I'll quote them a half load price, and it's like somewhere after tax around $372, and then I'll quote them a full load price, and it's like $600, and they think, well, wouldn't half a load be like $300 since your full load is $600? But what some people may not understand is that a lot of the cost is front loaded and is associated with getting the truck and trailer ready and getting it to the place. Once I get it over there, the costs are a little bit lower once I'm there to add stuff. So it makes it easier for people to say, oh, I forgot, I got this extra couch, or I got this extra thing. It's not as much as if if I were to go and just pick up a couch, you know, it might be somewhere around in the $100 range. If I'm picking it up in like way far away, like 20-30 miles away, which I usually don't do, I don't have those, the costs are a little bit more because of the way the gas prices are, you know, wear and tear on the vehicles. You see where I'm going with this? You know, the costs add up just getting it over there. Once I'm over there, it's just a matter of me loading it up, my time, labor, opportunity costs for doing other jobs, things of that nature. Also bearing in mind different jobs that may take a little bit longer, that are a lot of little pieces instead of a bunch of big pieces. I know that those jobs with the bigger pieces may take less time, but may take, you know, special equipment or things like that. But I know it takes less time for me to do that, so I take that into consideration. But I don't charge per hour. That's why I charge by how much it fills up, because I know how much time it takes in order to do that. we're back over here on another job. This is job number 2 or 3. Kind of using that pool that I found back here. It's a little breakdown pool. Using it to drag the stuff out of here that way because there's a giant lip up there. Can't really get my dolly. We're just cleaning out little areas around here. We're almost finished up here. Should be our 3rd job we did on this video here. After I get back, you'll see a little bit more of me loading up the truck, and after we get back, we'll break down some of the numbers. Our 2nd job today. Just got the dolly load up, kind of typical fashion. Usually I'd have that light stuff on top, but that stuff was kind of wobbly. I figured this would kind of lock it in a little bit more and hold it down. She's pretty solid, other than wanting to roll away. I'm just gonna roll it down this little precarious driveway. All right, folks, here we are. Got a job that I normally do not accept. However, this is a relatively small amount of dirt. I know exactly where I'm going to put this once I'm done. I don't think that it makes much sense to, take this stuff to the dump. But we got an empty trailer, pretty much with the exception of the refrigerator I got back here that I did on an earlier job. But I'm going to put you on time lapse to see how quickly I can get this done. I don't even think it's going to take an hour, even with myself. So here we go. All right, folks, so you just saw that job that we did where we put the dirt into the dumpster. It took about 30 minutes. And it didn't take long at all because I didn't have a regular shovel. I had one of them like those aluminum snow shovels you get from, your hardware store or whatnot. Made really short work of it. I usually don't do, dirt work, things like that. But this was a very small amount, just some stuff out of a garden. I kind of made an exception. I was about to tell the guy no, but he had such a small amount and he needed it gone, so we made it happen. Somebody actually just called me like that same day at doing that dirt job to go to Dallas and then take up probably what needed a dump truck to do and a skid steer. Probably a good 13 cubic yards of dirt, and I decided to tell him no, couldn't do it. We were able to get that one job done with the dirt that you saw in the time lapse. We're about to go into another job that we had over in Dallas, where we're doing a garage clean out. This isn't the garage clean out of the same guy. This isn't the same guy as the dirt. This is another one the following day. And then we'll go into a little bit of another garage clean out. The one garage in Dallas, we're able to get that one cleaned out in about 2 hours or so. And then this last garage clean out with all the boxes and everything, that one probably took not even an hour to do. I'd say probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes in order to get all those boxes out of there. He was redoing the whole house, had all the boxes from the tile, so he was in there talking to his customer, and then I was talking to him. I was trying to be kind of a little incognito with the video and everything, because I didn't want to, to interrupt what they were talking about, as I'm talking through everything. So that's why I'm kind of being hush hush, as you'll see when I start that one job. Back to this other job. There's a bunch of boxes. Return customer. I'm going to show you a little bit like what we got here. So there it is. That's pretty much it right here. A bunch of boxes and stuff in there. I'm not going to go run around there because customers in there talking to one of their customers, some of the owners. But we're going to put you on time lapse. I'll show you just us taking out all these boxes. There you have it, folks. We got a few other things, a little bit of a mix of things today. On today's video, we had, some dirt jobs. We had some construction debris removal. We had some household junk removal. The one you saw in Dallas and the one here in Fort Worth was construction debris removal. I had another one that I did later that day, which was more boxes and stuff, but out of a house over here in South Fort Worth. Is looked pretty much the same as the last video, the last time lapse you saw, that last job. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, give it a like. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.